Hi, everyone, and welcome to this edition of the Insurance Experts. It's my pleasure to have on the line Gabrielle Gelo. She's a long-term care insurance specialist. Welcome to the show, Gabrielle.
Hi, thanks for having me.
So tell us a little bit about your background. How did you get into long-term care?
Well, my background's as a teacher, high school biology teacher. Some personal experience in my mid-40s. I had a car accident and I learned about long-term care the hard way. I didn't have this insurance and saw the financial impact on me. But I talked my mom out of long-term care insurance when I was 32 and thought I knew everything. And she ended up needing 8 years of care. And so all of that combined with other miscellaneous kind of accidents, I just learned the importance of this, and I've been doing it for over a decade now.
Okay. And so within the long-term care insurance space, what would you say your specialty is? Is it working with clients directly or working with other financial professionals?
It's a mix, and it's a moving mix. So when I first started with all of this, it was 100% individuals. And then as I have got my footprint within the community, it's more and more becoming referral partners, elder law attorneys, financial advisors, benefit brokers.
Okay. And I know you had told me recently you'd worked with a benefit broker. Can you tell us a little bit about that experience?
Yeah, that was a pretty cool one. So first introduced myself to this broker back in a couple years ago and just started the conversation. I hadn't heard much from him, but after 2 years, I got a phone call and he said, I need some help. He had a lead to an attorney firm for whom he did the P&C and had been unable to get a foothold to do the medical, but now they were requesting information on long-term care and wondered if I could come help him.
Very cool. What do you think was his fear for bringing this up in the first place, and why did it take him so long, to approach the subject with you?
In talking to him, I realized that his real fear in all of this was that he was not the expert. And he feared looking vulnerable in front of them and not knowing all of the answers. And I think he came to realize that that actually was his strength, in that he admitted that he didn't know this, but was willing to bring in an expert who did.
Okay. And so tell us a little bit about this interesting case that you worked with this firm, this attorney firm. What was their interest in long-term care at the outset?
It was a small firm, and the founding partner of the firm was aging and had done quite well. But his partner in there recognized that as he aged, she had dealt with long-term care with her own father, and she kind of got a glimpse of that and then realized, my goodness, all of the assets are tied up. They're non-liquid. They're in the firm or in real estate. And she feared for him and she feared for the practice.
I see. And what type of solution were you able to design for the partner?
Well, his wife was in on the conversation, and so we ended up with a single premium, second to die hybrid long-term care insurance policy, something that would give them an unlimited benefit.
Oh, very nice. Okay, so very catastrophic protection in case they have a longer duration long-term care event.
Exactly.
Okay. And then how did it get to the point where you started working with the firm in general? I know you kind of had an interesting story after you had designed this plan for the partner. What happened next?
Well, when we met, the broker didn't want to be in on the conversation. Again, he had that fear of appearing to not know the information, and I encouraged him to be at the meeting and sat next to me, and I encouraged him to ask questions. And throughout that process, unbeknownst to me, the partner had texted on her phone something and put the phone down. And then shortly after, the HR person walks in behind me and puts a piece of paper on the desk in front of the benefit broker and whispers in his ear. And I didn't really know what that was about. But when we got out of there, the benefit broker kind of gleefully said, it's a census. She said that I've earned their business because I brought an expert into them, whereas their current benefit broker had no solutions.
That is so awesome. So LTC was almost the door opener for him to win the business, he was seeking out on the medical side, right?
Oh, yeah. He learned that. He did.
That is so cool. Well, thanks for being on the show today, sharing that case study, and I hope to have you on future episodes as well.
Oh, I'd love to be there, and thanks for the opportunity.